Hey everyone, welcome back to Positively Fishing. Today I'm out on the Mississippi River on this very windy day chasing after some walleyes and saugers. Let's see how I do. Stay tuned. There's one. This time on the vibrato. It's a little better one. Caught a couple right away on the jigging wrap right when I got here, and then it's been a little while, so I switched it up. Tried a blade for a few minutes, didn't get anything on that, but then threw the vibrato on and just got this little guy. Sorry about that wind, but get that guy back, see if we can get some more. Stay tuned. There's one. There's one. This one feels a little bit better. Oh yeah, not a bad one at all. That's a little more what we're talking about. It's a nice little sauger right there. Get this guy back, see if we can get some more. Stay tuned. There's one little guy, I think. Oh, getting a little bigger actually. That's not a little walleye. I'm back to the vibrato now. I did catch a couple more on the jigging wrap. Switched back to the vibrato and got that guy. We're gonna keep after it, see if we can get some more. There's one. There's one. Little guy, I think. Yep. Little sauger. Another one on that gold vibrato. Just a little guy, but still catching a few here and there. There's one. There's one on the blade again. Well, just got this little sauger on the blade. I lost my vibrato, so I switched to a blade and got that guy. I've been really having to switch it up a lot today to keep these fish biting. Like I just said before, I've really had to do a lot of switching up today to get these fish to bite. And that brings me to our Positively Fishing quick tip of the day. And that is, whenever you're vertical jigging like I am today, sorry, I'm trying to stand so I'm sort of out of the wind. Hopefully the audio's not too bad. But anytime you're vertical fishing like I am today, it's important to keep a little variety of baits, a little rotation going. I started out today with a jig and wrap, caught some fish right away on it. Then that slowed down a little bit, so I switched to a vibrato, caught some fish on that, slowed down a little bit, so I switched back to the jig and wrap, caught some fish on it, switch back to the vibrato. You can see where I'm going with this. As I'm jigging this same area over and over again, I think it's important to switch the baits up every now and then. And not just different colors, but different actions too. That jig and wrap has more of a gliding motion. The blade bait and the vibrato have more of a vibration. And sometimes just that little change up can get a fish that's been looking at one bait to bite the next bait that you drop down. What I find happens a lot is I'll be fishing a bait for a while and it'll be slow. And I'll switch it up to a different style of bait, not just a different color of what I was using, but a different style of bait. And right away when I switch, I'll catch a fish. And then it'll get slow again. And then I'll switch, and then right away I'll catch a fish. Whenever you're going out vertical jigging, try to have a little lineup of baits. Jigging wraps, blade baits, vibratos. Another bait that would have been really good today to have would have been a jig and minnow, but I just didn't have any minnows along. But if I did have minnows, I would definitely be adding that to my rotation. Just a little bit ago, I caught that one on this blade, and it's been slow again. So now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to that jig and wrap again and see if I can get one to bite. Let's see what happens. Stay tuned. There's one. Just about to slide a little bit. Just a little guy though. a little guy. That was back on the jigging wrap again. There's one. Just had a huge gust of wind. And then got this guy. Took me by surprise. Feels like a nice one. Feels like a real nice one. That's a little bit better one. Kind of caught me by surprise. Big gust of wind swung the boat around, and then got this guy on a blade bait. So the blade baits caught my last couple. I switched to a little bit bigger blade bait, and that seemed to be the ticket on that. So see if I can get some more. Stay tuned. There's one. That might be my nicest sauger of the day so far. It's probably about 17 inches or so. It's a real nice sauger. Got that one on a blade bait. So earlier today, jigging wraps, vibratos, now blade baits are working. Really having to switch it up a lot to keep these fish going. But I'm gonna get this one back and see if I can get another one. Stay tuned. There's one. A lot of these little guys today. So basically with this blade bait, all I'm doing, tossing a medium cast away from the boat, letting it drop down, and then just slowly twitching it and reeling up the slack. I'm casting with the wind and then reeling back against it. That way I'm not getting my line wrapped around my tip constantly. And then once I get back behind the boat here, I just kind of work it for a while, pretty much vertically. And quite honestly, that's where most of my bites have been. I'm not getting many out on the cast. Most of it's happening straight down under the boat. There's one. Switch to the jigging wrap. It's a small one, but I just switched to the jigging wrap. Pick that little guy up. There's one. Oh yeah. Oh, this feels like a good one. Another decent sauger here. It's been a while. I'd been fishing the blade for a while, and I just switched back to the jigging wrap a couple minutes ago. Got that guy. Probably just gonna give it a few more minutes and see what happens. So you'll either see another fish or I will see you at the outro. Stay tuned. Well, that's gonna do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really helps us out a lot. And if you're looking for another way to support the channel, click that join button and check out those YouTube memberships that we have available. As always, give us a like and leave those comments down below. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Well, just first drop, little guy. If this guy makes the video, we're in big trouble. Oops.